about bringing life to life, man. Sitting around looking at life, thinking about life. You gotta get away from the screen sometime and go outside.
Oh yeah, put down the screen.
Right, woo. We all do. I do. I
Yeah.
fucking throw this thing across the room sometime, nigga. I jerk off to a memory.
Welcome to the Watermelon vs. Pumpkin podcast, episode 131, entitled, Hey, I'll just jerk off to a memory.
Woo, shit. So as for the y'all need to understand is we're going through the motion of, hey, you know, if we can put our phones down, if you need some mind stimulation, you got nothing going on and nobody around, you don't got no loved one to help take care of your needs, then we go to that screen, just get into a thought, nigga.
The greed of the screen.
I got to scream for that greed. Or that memory.
Oh, it's too much sometimes. Like, there's certain things that you don't want to do. Like, you don't want to stop and think like, hey, this entire day, besides when I was sleeping, have I not been staring at a screen? When is that time happening? And it's like, oh, absolutely never. I'm literally always looking at a fucking screen. Like, unless I'm driving and then I'm listening to music, you know, but.
Right, but in between lights, I'm back at the screen.
Yeah.
Flip it to the song, or changing the podcast or something.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of sports talk and shit. You know, that's how I get my sports feed or whatever.
Name of this episode might be In Between the Lights. Because is that one we're living? Is that the only time that we live in is in between the lights?
In between the lights and the lights. Oh, man, we don't know what light it is, though. Maybe this ain't the light that's right. Maybe the afterlight is more
but
bright
only
than
the light can bash out the darkness, which is so.
Which is what happened to my ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
Brutal. Michael Jordan made it clear, nigga. It's all clear. Motherfuckers is walking away with epiphanies in their life. Like, yo, Mike made that shit clear to me, yo.
Isn't that crazy when you think about it, though, that Michael Jordan helped with racism? Because, you know, like, just on law of averages, and I'm sure this story is out there, that somebody hated black people, but then they were like, whew, but he could play ball. And then 2 months later, it turned into just like, well, if he's a good, then are there others? Oh, then 6 months in, you know, this dude is, you know, the biggest Michael Jordan fan. He's meeting black people and he loves it.
Like, I love Haynes. He does Haynes. Oh my oh my God. McDonald's. Gatorade is my favorite, you know. They're liking them on the low and shit. You got like racist niggas with like closets full of like hidden Jordan apparel and shit and a shrine and shit.
They got the 23 embroidered inside their KKK hood. They're just no. It's just my secret. It's my secret. No one will know.
Nigga, we gotta go to the Jumpman logo on the ass cheek, nigga.
Yo, you know, some motherfuckers have a mullet blocking the back, but if you lift it up underneath, there's a swoosh. You know what I'm saying?
It's Jordan from the foul line fucking picture, nigga. Taped to his armpit. The fuck is going on? Oh man. God. But I tell you, man, it's lovely to see, man. Mike is shit, man. That behind the scenes flow, man, and just to see his drive of things, man. But you can see the asshole in him with things, but
yep.
It's almost like you had that sense that he can't help it. It almost became like this weird, like, no, the nigga's obsessed with fucking just competing. Like, that's his thing. He just is a adrenaline junkie for competing with any and every fucking thing he does. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what I was getting out of it.
When they were talking about him gambling, he's like, I don't have a problem gambling. I have a problem competing. He was even saying it. He's like, it's not the money, it's the competition. You know? And I was like, and I think he's telling the truth.
He's an adrenaline junkie for it, man. That's why he fucking played. And it was great. Was in that, I think one of the other episodes, one of the earlier ones, remember when he was talking about when he got injured? And then they told, all right, Mike, sit out. You got to wait. You got to, you know, and then he started secretly going to like fucking low key gyms and shit, balling with niggas and shit back in college and shit just to fucking test it out. Like, they don't know what the fuck they talk about. Like, risking it all, nigga. No
like,
risking, no biscuit.
I don't have a memory of that, when they were like, yeah, you can play for 6 minutes this game and that's it. And then the next game, they're like, all right, yeah, you can play for 7.5 minutes. Then all right, you can play 10 minutes. And then that shit was crazy.
Yeah, Mike was like, fuck that. And then they took him out right at, that dude, Jerry Krause, man, he really had it in. And then when they had that interview, fast forward into this newer episode, when he was like, when they're talking about the championship, and all he did was praise the fucking front office.
Yep.
I was like, damn, bro, you really.
You could tell there's obviously bad blood, as they have talked about, but you could tell that Jerry Krause was like, it's not just them. Like, you could tell he hates that they're getting that fucking love. You could tell he's just like, it's not them.
Bro, but it's like, it's just, all he had to do was like sit in the back like this. Nigga, you put it together. It don't matter. Yep. They made it happen, but you put it together. Everybody knows that. You know what I mean? You just sit back like this. And the more you sit back like that, the more they're going to respect you and show you love because, you know, you letting them get in the face of this. They're the face of it.
He wanted them to know the old school. How many times has your mom said this to you? I brought you in this world. I could take you out. That's what Jerry Krause was in there for. He's like, yeah, I put these all together, but I can also take them apart. You know, it was just like.
Phil's gone. Hey, anybody don't like it, they could go too. Like, he's going to get rid of Phil, huh? Okay.
And you could tell there's a difference between fucking around and shitting on your boys and joking around with them. That's not what Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen did to Jerry Krause. They did not like that man. And, you know, for the reasons that they had, like when they won the championship, they're all celebrating, everybody's there. And Jerry Krause is like, hey, Michael, you got an extra cigar? And Michael Jordan's just like, nah, man, don't smoke this. It'll stunt your growth. And just peels on him. Just excuse my back. You know what I mean? Just,
right? Mike, he had some lines for his ass, that dude, man. I was like, oh. Yeah. Mike, you know, when they got those newer the memes, the videos when they drops in the Dre shit comes on, that da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, it brings little gangster shit every time. Everything does it. Like, yep, Mike just capitalized gangster in that move and in every movie when he did that to niggas, man.
Yep.
It was just like Godfather type shit. Hey, look, let me come out here. And when they were like, yo, he just fucking, he wanted more to take from you. Like when they were talking about him gambling at the back of the bus was the ballers. They were playing for thousands of dollars. And fucking, you got Paxton and them in the front with the fucking singles. Yeah. And Mike came and scraped them for those two. They're like, Mike, we only play for singles. And I said, I just want to be able to tell you I got your money in my pocket.
Yep.
That's some cold shit to say, man. Like,
that was Magic Johnson when he was talking about it. He's like, he doesn't just beat you. He beats you, then he stomps on your neck, then he twists, then he tells you about how good, you know what I'm saying? He was just like, he doesn't stop.
Right. And he backs it up. And that's what's fucked up because that's why you put him in that category like Ali. Ali talked his shit, but he backed it up, man. You know what I mean? And most of the mouths do. I mean, Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco, sometimes. You know what I mean? He was sometimes to me. Owens, T.O. backed his shit up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Deion Sanders, he was another one that fucking prime time. You know what I mean? Get no fucking flashier than that.
Floyd Mayweather, if he hasn't lost yet, besides the Olympics way back in the day.
They want, but it's like he's fought everybody pretty much in his weight class at the time. So what do you want to say? You know what I mean? He's beat that. You want him to put on fucking 50 pounds and go heavyweight? You know what I mean? Like.
And that's the thing. The only thing that people have on him, they're like, well, he maybe didn't fight fighters at their prime, but it's like, you know what? I don't know. Maybe he put himself in the best position to win every single time he went out there. That too, you know?
Yeah, but I tell you what, man, the way back to the Jordan thing, the way that Isaiah, man, that's why I see why he's trying to get in these interviews right now. He is trying to save face because this is not looking good. They're like, no, everybody hated him. I didn't know that shit. I mean, I knew he had some bad blood with the Pistons and this and that. And it's like, no, like everybody hated him. Mm-hmm. But he has that shit about him where you see him, he got the big fucking $1 million handsome man smile and shit, you know, and he's just like, he looks like the preacher's son, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I can see that he's got that vibe to him. But they're like, nah, he's a motherfucker from Detroit. Like he's from Chicago, where he's born from. So he's like, I'm from Chicago, so don't get it twisted type shit, you know, but I'm the preacher's son. Yeah, I am.
I hear you. Yeah, he's not coming off good. And the other thing that I forgot about because somebody had brought up, they're like, yeah, but look who else didn't make the team. And one of them was Dominique Wilkins. And I forgot that Dominique Wilkins was not on the fucking Dream Team.
Nope.
That's another shocker.
And you know what's crazy? I forgot how big of a thing that was. Like, I remember back then of collecting those cups, bro. Like, me and my brother used to fucking going to McDonald's just to get those fucking cups. Wanting to get the Jordan one. You know, I always got Pat Ewing because my G is all good. You know what I mean? We got John Stockton, a bunch. You know, we used to collect them all, man. I don't even fucking have. I wish I did because it was been, you know, been a cool thing to have, even if it wasn't worth anything. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it was like, I remember that, but I don't remember that they were put together because the USA were always I forget that they were always just the college kids that played in the USA, and they got their ass beat. Right, they got the ass beat by these grown ass men. It's like, yo, these are grown men we playing, you know. And it's like, all right, send in the troops. Niggas send in the Marines, and that dream team came together. Like, I remember it happening, but I didn't remember it was on that magnitude of a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't remember why it happened, but I remember it was huge that it happened, where it was like oh my God, all of them. You know what I'm saying?
And then watching the ratings went through the roof. The games where everybody they beat by 60 points. It was fucking.
It was.
We're gonna show you why we're the best. That was a USA let your nuts hang move. You know what I mean? It was just like, I'm gonna drag these across the nostrils real quick, yo.
Yo, let me just bestow my 2 veg across your face and say thank you when I'm done. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about it too. Imagine how many people grew up playing basketball in another country, and you're on the D League and whatever, but you're going to be able to represent your country, and you get to play against Michael Jordan. And then not only Michael Jordan, but everybody else in the NBA. That's fucking amazing. I'm sure those motherfuckers had no problem losing those games. And they couldn't have won them if they wanted to. It didn't matter. But I'm sure they were just on the court like, oh, my God. Yes, yeah, I'm fine. Great, do what you need to do. This is amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, even the fucking, man. Speaking of when they were talking about the Olympics and that shit, because they intertwined that story with Tony Kukoc. Like, I didn't know it was. I didn't know that was on like that.
Yeah.
That was fucking crazy. I didn't know that whole thing was Krause being sneaky and trying to get him and tell him you're going to be the new face of the bull. Like, he was trying to bring him to replace Mike almost because he was that bitter over the nigga. Like, that's crazy. He tried to go overseas. He said, I can't get nobody in the U.S. I got to go overseas and find the next big thing and say, so I can say I found the next big thing. See, Mike ain't shit without me. Yo, that dude had a complex bad, bro.
Oh, yeah. To win 3 in a row, and in the middle of that, just be like, we can't keep doing it like this. You're like, what? It's working, bro. You know?
Everybody's getting old. And like I said, it's a shame on the fucking owner for looking the other way. Like, you're the owner, bro. But isn't there really no excuse besides you? I mean, the guy fucking must have put a spell on you. You know what I mean? Or there was like, or you were having an affair with the dude. I don't fucking know.
He had way too much. He had way too much power and carte blanche for any fucking good reason.
So he had some kind of leverage or some shit, man. It's like, is that what's happening now?
I don't know, but it was crazy. Scottie Pippen was just like, fuck this shit, Tony Kukoc. They held him to 4 points. It was amazing. Yeah.
But it was great how he came right back and it's like, this guy, you forgot this guy was fucking ducking grenades when he was 7. I think he's ready to come back and play again. He got his ass beat again, but he came out and he actually balled harder. You know what I mean?
He showed it. Yeah, he was just like, all right, I know what it is this time. Okay, I'm with it.
Instead of losing by 60, they lost by 30. So it was half.
Yeah.
Brought it back down.
And then Jerry fucking brought him to the team anyway.
Right. And then, so that probably was always a weird business because, you don't know. You look at like, oh, they all love each other. Oh, they must love Kukoc. And they kind of liked him. But he became a ball. He was a baller, though, when he was in the league.
Yep.
He hit some key shots for them. But, man, I tell you, that shit, when they was drinking beer and shit, after the fucking, like, okay, niggas was getting toasty right there.
Yep. Right? And it was great to just, like I said before, to hear them speak how they just normally speak. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get the cookie cutter version or the interview version. You got like that's really them. And then I'm telling you, man, beeping out a swear word it's tough, man. It really does take you out of the story to just hear them talk normal, like, oh man, and that fucking shit was bullshit. It helps. It really does help bring you into like, okay, this is what it really, really was.
I'm trying. I went on the website. I can't get the unbeeped version, man. I get all the beeps through the app. It kicks me out to the app. I think because you got to watch it on probably a regular online, probably not through the phone. I tried to do it on.
You got to go to like the desktop view instead of the app. I don't know.
But I did that. Well, I did go to the desktop and it kicked me to the app to get to that part.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's like, no, nigga, this not for you niggas. This is for the at home nigga. This ain't for the handheld niggas.
We're trying to hold you down. But yeah,
right, but it's good.
Go ahead.
But I feel like I've heard some of the cuss words, but not like, because some of them didn't get beeped, but then some didn't. Like when Witcher Gold said, this motherfucker, and then Magic Johnson had almost slipped, and he was like, mofo, oh, come on, it's just us here, don't worry about it, you know? Yeah. Like somebody had slipped and it got through, but then there was beeps in it. So I don't know, it was weird. It's like, y'all beep sometimes, and then
there's a full unedited version. Yeah, because I just went to the ESPN website, and then there's a spot for The Last Dance. I clicked on that. Then it has the episodes, all of them listed, and there's like 2 for each. It's like episode 1, boom, 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 TVMA, episode 1, boom, 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 whatever version that's not TVMA, you know? But yeah, it's out there. You just got to find it.
You got to search in your heart. But that's going to be something that I'm going to go back and watch those all over again, though. You know, that's something else. I'd watch it again, you know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah, me too.
Go back to the beginning, and I'm going to be fucking 65 years old watching that documentary, bro.
For real.
Shit. What you doing? I ain't nothing to just sit over at the crib, you know, at the crib here watching that, dude. You know, that Last Dance? Yeah, they're watching that Last Dance right now, boy.
Yo, and you know the next one that I want to see? And obviously it won't come out anytime soon. The next one that I want to see is Tom Brady leaving the Patriots. I hope that somehow last year they recorded behind the scenes on that, because
I don't know. Tommy's too clean cut, man. Mike, you knew Mike had some shit with him, but Tom had some too. But Tom's still trying to keep his clean cut image, though. You know what I mean? That's it. I did nothing wrong. Mike's like, all right, you got me, nigga. Look, I like the gamble. You know what I mean? Like, I bet a lot, bro. You know, like he got bagged back then, betting and shit. And, you know, yeah. When they gave him a lot of shit. You know, I didn't hear the part of the. See, I didn't see the last half hour. I don't know if they discussed anything about his father yet. They didn't, right?
No, but it's next episode. You know what I mean? Like they went in, like they do a little preview for the next one. Like, yeah, it's coming.
But I tell you, man, if his father didn't die, man, he would have been. They would probably won 8 in a row or something, man. Like crazy shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like he took 2 like 2 seasons off and came back and then won another 3-peat. Like,
yeah.
Who the fuck does that?
Yo, and there's a whole. I'm telling you, it's one of those. I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no, but you see the information out there. That official story about his father's death makes no fucking sense. Like none of it. It's like he pulled over to take a nap on the side of the highway, and like you're Michael Jordan's dad, you have money, and they were saying there was like a hotel like in sight, like he could have just went to a hotel, so it made no sense, and everything else along with it about like how
that was like they got his ass and they brought him to that location, man, and they made it look like that. That's what I think, man. That's you know.
I agree. It's probably how it happened, but
like
yeah, I don't know.
Make it look like that.
I can't imagine that they're going to go too deep into any amount. Obviously, they're not going to throw out a conspiracy theory, but maybe
those kids are in jail though.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know one of them.
Whether they did it, I mean, they got committed for it. Shit, I guess they admitted to it.
Yeah, one dude said, I guess his boy called him, and then he had to go down and he helped him hide the body. But I don't know, man. It's fucking
sound like a move that they was thought they was gonna get away with. Maybe they got hired to do. Like
yeah, because even they were saying that like they took some of the jewelry that he had and like wore it in a fucking rap video like 2 weeks later. It was That's one of the reasons that they got caught from shit that I saw.
Wow.
Yeah. Dumbest shit ever.
you know what? It's sometimes you go deep on those, but then it could just be as simple as just some dumbass niggas, man. You know what I mean? Just, it's just like, that's just some dumb motherfuckers, man, doing shit like that, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's just really that stupid, and to wear it and then like floss a crime that you did. You know what I mean? To the world. And then knowing it's Mike's father, you taking probably straight to that. Yo, that was Mike Pops. We bagged, son. Jordan. You know what I mean? Like, you would think like somebody fucked up like that, they gonna wear his jewelry in the video.
Yeah.
I mean, he deserves to be caught, man.
I know. You got to be mentally fucking hit for that.
More than just to get caught. Fuck. Put him under the jail, B.
I wonder if that's why Michael Jordan invested in the jails after that. That's, oof. Man, we getting too deep over here. We getting too deep. We getting too deep into the focus.
Yo, that's like Peter Parker when Uncle Ben got popped, nigga. Shit got real. You know what I mean? Sometimes just bring it out of the nigga. You know what I mean? I gotta do more to stop crying, bro.
For real.
Shit, you know? But I tell you, man.
Hold up. That could be the best TikTok of all time. Just you in different outfits, in different places, different times, different places on the planet, just going, I got to do more to stop crime, bro.
So I gotta vigilante shit, man.
Imagine that shit. You're in line at the grocery store. You pull the mask down, and you're just like, I got to do more to stop crime, yo. See,
I'm just announcing this shit. Y'all need to know. We all need to make a more conscious effort to stop the crimes in our areas of hospice, nigga.
Yeah, that'd be the best small talk of all time.
You know,
Did you come here often? I gotta stop more crime.
Yeah, but you know what?
What's that?
You know what, bro? I respect Mike because they were giving him a lot of shit, man, for not backing that politician. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because it was like, Mike, you're from North Carolina. He's from North Carolina. You know what I mean? And then he blamed Horace Grant. Where he said that was just a conversation they had, and Horace snitched it out. Nigga, Donnie Brasco.
Horace sleeps with the fishes.
You know what I mean? But Horace is like, yo, Mike said this, yo, Pete. He said Republicans buy shoes too, B. He came in with the goggles on, stuck around the back and shit. Little envelope. Fuck Horace, man. That's why a nigga did it. His name is Horace. Parents named you Horace, nigga. You was born to be a snitch. You know what I mean? What the
fuck? My God.
But it's like Mike said that it's like, hey, he didn't want it, and when his mother pressed him because his mother's from, it's like, yo, it was for a good, trust me, for who that guy was that he was going against and what he was about, and it was a big power move that was like, hey, all the help is needed, Mike. You a real big influence.
Yep.
Mike was kind of like, yeah, y'all want me to back him just because he's black kind of flow, but he was like, I don't really know him. I don't know what he's about.
Yep.
Just because he's of the same community don't mean he's good for my community. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know that. I could help support a man that gets in there next, he fucking crooked, and now my name is tarnished. Like, yo, Mike wasn't involved with him, and just, you know what I mean? He was doing dirt and all this other craziness, just to get the other guy off, which is, it's well understood because that nigga was a fucking racist in the segregation and all the shit he was doing, So it made sense, but Mike stood his ground. He's like, look, I'm a basketball player, man. Like, like LeBron does that, but that's what he does. He's in the like they're saying he might run for politics after his career because he's politically involved. You know what I mean? And him being in it is so much now. Politics is a popularity contest. He probably wins some fucking polls and some, some positions and shit. Influence, money.
Trump definitely kicked the door down, and I think now some eyes are out there on like, well, who's now the next person? Obviously not the next like celebrity president, but who's the next celebrity to get into a bigger position?
Well, I mean, Jesse and Arnold, they kind of set the trend initially. Like, hold on, man, these niggas are actors and shit. And Arnold came to this country, couldn't even fucking speak a handful of words. English, you know what I mean? In English, but
I'm telling you,
He became a cheesy sounding actor.
in the year 2020, you got to watch Total Recall. That shit fucked me up. I'm telling you, you got to watch Total Recall. It's free on Tubi, you know. So
the original, they did a remake. They did a remake. The one with Arnold.
Yeah, the original with Sharon Stone and all that.
Yeah, that I remember that.
I didn't know they did a remake.
Like when I first think of that movie, I always think about being a young kid and the lady with the 3 titties. That's all that really ever usually pops first in my mind. Like, yep, Total Recall. The lady in the bar with the 3 titties. I remember that. Cut the childhood I had got, man. Yep. I don't even know. You know, I was like, shit, man. Was I getting my little young Woody on looking at a 3 titty woman? That's weird. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Is that like fucking hentai or some shit?
I don't know. I say put a 4th one on and let's have a party. You know, come on.
Maybe that's why it fucked me up. I'm more of an even number kind of nigga.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Like, I like them set. They are 2. That's what I want. I don't want to, you know.
This is the 3rd wheel, baby. This is what we. It's like that don't. You know what I mean? It can't be there. You know what I mean? I like my fruit segmented.
Real. Speaking of food, I've been. I started a compost and I planted some plants.
Nice.
I got the compost going and I grabbed the worms as well. But yeah, I've been putting in my avocado peels, banana peels, eggs, citrus, all that other shit. Mixed it with the dirt, mixed it with the leaves, mixed it with all that. And then at work one night, it rained and I felt like the most white trash in the world. But when it rains, all the worms come out. So I was walking around with an empty milk jug, just don't, just on my tours outside, just fucking filling the milk jug. Then my dumb ass is not thinking, and I put the fucking top on the milk jug and put it in my car. 4 hours later, the milk jug is like sinking into itself because of all the oxygen, because I forget that these fucking things are alive. So then I take off the top real quick, and it's like worms taking a big ass deep breath. I killed a couple of them, I'm not gonna lie, but I got some good ones in the into the compost. And now they said that they eat from a quarter to half of their body size a day. And then what comes out of that is what they call black gold, which is the best shit to plant all types of stuff with, you know?
So now, they probably thought you was ready for the massacre, but it's like, Mike G, I'm bringing you somewhere where you about to do good things.
Exactly. It's one of those, I'm bringing you to a spot now, like, yeah, you're going to live in a bucket. Oh, you back?
Yeah, that was my phone. My phone, you know, we zooming, y'all. So, yeah, I had a phone call trying to come in.
No, what about to say?
So once in a while, a phone call might come in, but we're going to tap that. I don't know, does it interfere with this when it happens?
It went, Alexa, stop. It went, you went red, which meant you were muted for a second. So I don't know what happened. It might have been the tap. Who knows? But we back, white, black, and better than ever. So, yeah, I started my compost bucket. I got that shit going because I'm trying to plant more stuff. But I planted 5 lemons. I just from looking on the internet, I started a normal fucking ate a normal lemon, and then you peel off the seeds, put them in between paper towels that are wet for 2 weeks. I just put them in the warmest room in the house. Came back, shits were sprouted. Put them in the dirt. Put them by the sun. Let's see what happens. You know.
Now what's your what's the window to full bloom? Do you know? Like how long did you?
I'm not sure. I'm just going with maybe I don't want to know because it might be stupid. You know what I'm saying? It might be too long. So I might just be like, you know what? At this point, what I'm doing is I'm just like, hey, I'd like to grow another plant for my house. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. Also, right. Ginger. I planted some ginger, trying to get that underground system going.
For the redheads.
For real. And I want to try to find more because, you know, this whole situation is you know, it's eye-opening, and hey, man, can we take care of? Can we self-sustain a little bit more? You know?
Right. And you know what? I was thinking about trying to do some veggies and stuff on my back, but I know I got a lot of skunks over here, so I know they'll come in and they'll go through your shit and get busy. You know what I mean? I know that possums and shit they're over here.
Yeah.
You know, they have to build some kind of little barrier to try to keep them little niggas out. You know?
Yeah.
They're not that damn strong, but they can get through if they want to.
I'm thinking about trying to do it, man. I'm thinking about trying to definitely put some more stuff in. I haven't decided what, but if you see back where the weights are and where the elliptical is, like I could move that stuff forward, and I could plant stuff like all back there if I chose to, you know. So I might test it out.
Nice. You got the indoor. What's that other indoor shit? You got the fucking the wavy shit. That helps with the air and the oxygen. The plant. What is that?
Oh, the snake plant.
Snake plant. Yeah. How's that growth going?
It's doing good. But you know what? And speaking of, we were talking before the pod, weird conspiracy shit, bro. The one that was next to my Wi-Fi router started to fucking die. I moved it away from there. I put that shit next to the window, and the shit is starting to come back to life. Like, man.
Like, so we're going to say it was like you was basically giving your plant some chemotherapy without knowing, and it was losing all its will. And but you brought it back by giving it that solar power.
So I would say anybody out there, just hopefully you don't sleep next to your Wi-Fi box. You know what I mean? Because that shit kills a plant. I don't know what it does to your brain stem.
Oof, I know. Can you imagine this? People are like, yo, I like to keep my Wi-Fi right by my bed, so I got no problem with the internet connection. Exactly. I don't think it works.
Really, that shit's on the bedstand, just like, I get the best connection right here. I'm right here, so I'm going to get full power.
Like, nigga, you're ground zero to the connection. Like, that's it's impact. You're at the point of impact, nigga, right there. Boom.
Really?
Like your head. Explosion of a signal.
But yes, I got the snake plant. 3 of them are doing good. The one's coming back to life. And then I also got 3 avocado nuts started. So it's for, some of those are just like, hey, I'd like another plant. If I ever get an avocado out of it, cool. If not, not. And
for the avocado, you just plant that bulb for that, or you gotta let that crack too?
I put the toothpicks in it, and then you just put it sitting in water, and then eventually it cracks. And once that root starts, then you put that in the dirt.
Got you.
Yeah.
I know they did thing with some of these things. They put bulbs, you know, right? There's like the bulb. You put they plant the bulbs in, but I guess it's probably when they crack open for like different kind of like flowers and shit. They do that. We just buy the bulb to plant.
Young bulby.
Get the bulby root.
Well, it's wild. The ginger, because I was looking it up. The ginger that I just planted today. You just plant the ginger that you get, just that normal, you know, root-looking thing that you buy fresh ginger. You just put that in the fucking dirt. That's it. And then it fucking starts growing into more.
Wow. Now, how does that look when it grows? Did you get a footage of that or look?
There was a plant, but it's just more. There is a plant and there's flowers that it can flower, but everything is just underneath in like the root type system, and it's just more ginger that looks the same.
So you just basically, when it grows, you're just fucking digging up, and then all the root part is what you're snapping off the half of your pieces, and then you just throw another piece back in the ground to let the bitch go again.
Suited and rooted.
That sounds pretty self-sufficient. I like shit like that. Yeah. Low maintenance for something that, you know, like, hey, you guys want some ginger fucking orange cranberry muffins?
For real.
Go
you know what else? I've been using a ginger because I've been trying this thing. Some people do fasting where they have a feeding window where it's like there's only 8 hours during the day where they can eat, and then they go 16 before they eat again. You know what I mean? And it's supposed to help, you know, clear out your body. It gives your body more time without anything being intaken besides water. And I've been doing it in the 12-hour periods. I've been doing the, you know, like, so when I go to work, I won't eat until midnight. And then by noon, I have to have my last thing before I go to bed at like 4 p.m., you know? And it's working out pretty well. Like it's like curbing hunger, shit like that. But along with that, I've been looking for quick stuff, and I've been making more like kale smoothies and shit. And the ginger is key in that. Like, you take some ginger shots of the dome, it's righteous.
That shit, that hits the nose, nigga. Like, what's up? Yeah, I mean, ginger just get you that. You get that. You just bump that. You gotta just bump something, nigga. Yeah.
Real.
Ginger, that kind of vibe. But that's dope, man. Yeah, I mean, shit. You get some tomatoes going back there, motherfucker.
I might, dude. I might get a, you know, hopefully. I got my, card. Hopefully, maybe I got to look if with my medical card I can plant a fucking plant. I got to see if that's legal or not now. It is
Right,
only a fucking plant.
I think you're allowed to. I think since you have your medical card, I think you're allowed to grow up to so many, ounces probably or something like that. So many plants or something like that.
Yeah,
I think there is a move where you can, because you're medically inclined to do so.
Medically cleared.
Clear.
Because I don't think I wouldn't get into any type of like grow system, but I would just do the like, hey, you say that you're fucking weed, you're supposed to grow like weeds. Come on, do your fucking job. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, now's the time, because that's why the spring, man, everything goes in now and it comes up harvesting around that late August or whatever, September, beginning of fall, when shit like that's ready to pop, because they got strains that, you could grow within 3 months and you're fully budded and ready to go.
Yeah. Dude, I was watching this one YouTube channel today where they were talking about like stuff that you can plant and harvest in under 30 days. You know what I mean? A lot of it was like microgreens for salads and shit like that. But it was crazy. Even I was looking up, and like a carrot, if you cut the top off a carrot, you put it in, and it grows greens that you can eat. It won't grow an entire new carrot, but the greens that it grows you can eat. Bro, we trying to sustain.
Listen, man, I was enjoying fucking last year. Last year we were growing some fucking basil, man, and that was getting fresh. Going outside, like, we spaghetti? Oh, you can go fucking grab me a little couple of patches out front. You know what I mean? Get my little basil tree. Right. Come in with my little handful of shit to chop up, nigga.
Shoot, you know what I mean? It's like a fucking commercial. You know what I'm saying? You're out there just like
in the bathroom.
You know? Exactly, in the bathroom.
The bathroom. Like, oh, babe, oh man, I'm making sauce. You know what? I forgot the basil. Don't worry, babe.
And you go out with your cup of coffee and just shuffle out. Take a sip and just
pick it. Shit, just put it in the coffee, nigga. Basil mocha Colombian gold, nigga.
Best part of waking up is basil in your cup.
Niggas know about that basil. But now that's dope, man. We went the floral pattern over here, man. So we did that same kind of inspirational thing the other day where my little front. We don't own where we're at right now, but the landlord does. I don't know.
Doesn't mean you can't be proud of it. Doesn't mean you can't be proud of it.
Right. So the property owners ain't really putting as much tender love and care into the property of certain things that we got to look at every fucking day. So at some point you're like, you know what? I gotta look at this shit every day. They don't really give a fuck. They own multiple properties. It's probably the last thing in their mind unless I bitch about it. I don't like doing those things. So unless I have to. But anyway, so I was like, you know what? We're gonna try to do some things. She wanted to do a whole thing. We remulched. So that's pain in the ass, but not really. It's just kind of just getting it up, just shoveling this shit, but getting the plastic, replasticking it. Because she wanted to just add it first on top and then blend it in. But like her pops was like, Big Papa John was like, nah, if I'm, because he came over to help us, let us borrow a shovel or a couple of things.
Nah.
If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it the right way. He came back with some plastic. Went to Home Depot, came back with plastic. He seen the garden we was doing because we went and bought some couple of lilies, some bright like peach colored ones, really really dope, bright, vibrant ones. You know what I mean? That they'll grow pretty tall if they sustain and go. I think they come around too annually. Which I'm learning these things. I think they stick around annually and keep coming. Perennials. Those are the ones that perennials. They constantly come back. Annuals, you get a season. Nigga. You're done.
That's one.
Next year. As you get one, you go buy next year. You get some more. So we got those. These other ones called calla lilies, with they're like tubes looking, like tulips almost, like real colorful on the top. They struggling out there right now. They struggling, but you know what I mean. They got to get adapted. We put them into the ground. They're already sprouted and everything. So now those are ones that they might not last. I think they're annuals, but they could come back and keep coming back. But they look beautiful and strong. But
having a tough
now, I think they might be overwatered, or they got to get used to the ground getting put in there. Because when you get them, they're root bound a little bit when you get them from those places. And you know what I mean? See, I'm learning these things. Root bound, nigga. It's root bound at the bottom of the containers with the pots, bottom of the pots, and when you take off it and you look on the bottom and everything, and that's when you see the roots all wrapped around like a basket. When it looks like a fucking woven basket, that means that motherfucking plant was screaming to get out of there. Like, do I need more room, bro? You know what I mean?
Shit. Yeah.
So right before we plant it, you got to make sure you fucking break up the bottom of the shit to loosen the root back up and get them roots back breathing again.
The name of this episode is Loosen the Root.
Loosen the root. And then throw them in the ground and then water them, a little later, or, tap them in there, let them get a little comfortable and shit. Talk to them niggas. Water it down. You know what I mean? We did grab a butterfly bush, nigga.
Young buddy.
That's in its baby stage, so that's gonna supposedly grow into a nice little bush that's gonna attract and pull them in. So everybody I know that I've talked to that owns a butterfly bush say, "Oh no, it brings them. Them niggas come out." I'm like, okay, we about to get it popping. We got squirrels, nigga, that come and eat nuts right out of our hand. We got butterflies coming. And then there's a couple of other things out there that are mysteries that were here, but we weren't here. We just moved here, so we weren't here at the beginning of the summer, this time of year, to know what those are going to be. So we want to see first to see if it's anything, or if it's just a bunch of bullshit, like some weeds or something that it's going to look silly, or we'll just give it them bitches. You know what I mean?
It's nice. They'll give you something to look forward to. And I'm telling you, I have a bunch of videos of the squirrel. Remember when I was over there one time with the squirrel, I got to definitely edit some of those, put them on TikTok.
Oh, yes, Carol. Carol's her name.
Carol!
It's my bitch, man. We got a couple other ones that come around now, but they ain't as special. Like Carol, she's distinct. We know her because she's got a real, almost a little bit bigger than a pinhole size hole in her ear that you can kind of see through the light. It like sometimes she hits and it glistens and it peers through like a ray through the church window, nigga. Yeah. You see the church scene where the light comes in all perfect through the stained glass. Like, oh my God, it's like a sign, yo.
It was meant to be.
Right. Well, so that's how we kind of know her. There's a couple other ones that come now too that they get a little closer. We working on niggas. We're gonna get a petting zoo over this motherfucker. Is what's gonna happen.
No, you gotta start training them. You gotta start having them do tricks and shit like that. Telling them, yo, you need to start setting up. You know how people, you're going to somebody's home that has cats and they got little obstacles for them, bro. I'm telling you, you need to get a circus going. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, it's funny because my little front yard here was nothing but a little mulch. You know what I mean? I could put a little setup there. It's funny because I've seen people do that. That's funny you say that, and I'm gonna mention it to her, and she's gonna bug out because they have like little setups you can have where you put your food there for the squirrels, and they come and it looks like a little like living room setup almost the same shit.
You get some good pics.
Right, like the bathroom scene and niggas getting the nuts out the toilet. I don't know, they got weird shit like that, man.
That's dope.
Like make it look like real quick that the nigga lived there. Mm-hmm. But it was, we got in the backyard and whipped out a lot of weeds and it looked like they haven't touched back there in a while. And we're clearing a certain area because we're gonna have a little chill spot back there.
Nice.
Table, you know what I mean? Because we got the grill back there. We're gonna get a little table and shit. A little small fire pit. You've been looking those up for $30-$40. I've seen some cheaper. We don't need one that's grand. You know what I mean? Something to put wood in and burn.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, tell you, Ocean State Job Lot all day. Ocean State Job Lot has definitely got you with like a $29.99 banger. Yep,
between there and what's the other one? Big Lots. Big Lots got some shit over there too. That's another one you meander around and shit. They're still open. These niggas ain't open. What's that spot? Oh man, there's a spot on the Post Road, man.
Post Nays.
Maybe it was Ocean State. No, not Ocean State Job Lot. It was the other one. Fuck. Is Jobs in the title, I think.
Job Lot.
Job Lot? No.
Chuck Knobloch?
Niggas know about Chuck Knobloch. I think it's Job Lot, right? No, Big Lots. And then there's Job Lot. Maybe it's
Ocean State Job Lot. Then there's Big Lots and Tupac might be still alive. We don't know.
Him and Big, no. They there. So all I was saying is Michael Jordan's documentary was great. That's all.
All I'm saying.
Oh man, but I was inspired too, man, to actually, do some things, and we're gonna have a little area back there, and when you're being quarantined in like that, you want to take care of your surroundings more. You're paying attention to
a place you want to be,
Right. I seen my lady had brought a thing that she saw to me online. I thought it was pretty dope. Somebody said, "Hey, listen," they gave like a bright side to what's going on. It said, look what's really going on. What Corona made people really do. Pay more attention to their hygiene. You know what I mean? Being more aware of that. People have been more at home with their families. They're spend more time with the families. People that probably never have, or don't ever get to. Home cooked meals, learning how to do things at home. The DIY shit going on. Like people are learning how to survive and do things. And it was oh man, it was so much shit, man. I was like, I gotta get it, man. Have her send it to me to give the whole full, because a list of things. But it was like, yeah. I mean, no pollution. The pollution went down. The crime rate went down. You know what I mean? It was a whole bunch of shit was listing off. You know what I mean? Like, no. I said, yeah, there's no school technically, but still no school shootings. You know what I mean? Like, look at the. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, we haven't seen one of those in a long time, and a lot of shit went down, man.
Yeah. So, I think it's giving everyone a time to reset.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes niggas gotta fall back for a second, man.
Tell
him. Then just regroup, reattack.
Oh shit! I love it.
Don't retract, reattack.
Ooh, bring it back. Rewind selector. Well, we're about to bring it back now. Reset, hit stop, hit play, and we'll be back with next episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, episode 130. Twafk.